Hello ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the DAC qualifier. I am Luminous and I'm going to be joined by Aosin, and this is WG.Unity versus TNC. Two of the stronger teams here at C. A lot of people would think that TNC is probably the stronger of the two, but WG is definitely capable of creating some big upsets. And this best of three will start off with the Vengeful Spirit first pick. And also seems like Ravemeister is standing in slash. Is that a new tag?
I'm pretty sure that's Raven. I'm pretty sure that's Raven.
Yeah, that's just Raven. Okay, sorry. I just saw Raven something else and did not put two together.
Earth Shaker.
And we're good.
Man, what's happening?
Earthshaker?
I mean, I'm all for it. I'm all for it, but what's happening?
What's wrong with Earthshaker?
Earthshaker first pick? Nothing's wrong with Earthshaker. I mean, I love Earthshaker.
Good hero. Maybe we're gonna see Tiny
it's
later on. Toss that Shaker in.
All right, let's not go that far. let's just be happy with the Earthshaker.
So why would you say that Earthshaker isn't picked? Because, you know, that's a strange thing. He was never really ever favored too much, right? He's a good support hero. Has stuns. Have some team fight.
The thing about Earthshaker is that, yes, he is a very, very strong hero once you get your levels in Aftershock maxed out and you have a Blink Dagger. I think he's actually like one of the best disabling heroes. The problem with him is that he takes way too long to actually get started. Like, he actually needs space. He needs the levels, and until he gets those levels, he's a rather weak support or an offlaner. I think some people have ran him as an offlaner before, but he's probably one of the worst offlaners just because if he's unable to get anything out of the lane, he's just stuck.
Yeah, we've seen some really good offlane players. I think Sexy Bambo being the one that comes to my memory, where you could get away with that offlane, of course thanks to your fissure blocking the creeps a little bit. And if you do get away with that, then you become one of the strongest core, being able to initiate. Maybe even stronger than Slaughter, being the fact that you could chain stun multiple heroes at the same time. But yeah, I guess high risk, high reward is one way to describe him, right?
Yeah, and I'm just gonna be curious as to how they get this Earthshaker the levels and farm that he needs.
Okay. What about, I mean, you said that his early games is not that great, but obviously we all seen clips of an Earthshaker getting a grit block off in the lanes and, you know, forcing a first blood kill, stuff like that. Is that not good?
It's definitely possible, but it's not exactly easy.
Okay.
And it definitely takes a lot more than just a block to kill off a hero. Like, you need a block. Blocking is obviously very good, but after the block happens, then what, right?
Okay.
You need some strong right-clicking or nuking. Weaver, definitely not bad for that. I would have to assume Earthshaker is going to be played as support with the Weaver, or we might even see a dual lane. Just a dual lane, or 2-1-2 setup.
Yeah, I think if the Shaker was picked as a core, it will probably be delayed a little bit more to hide the surprise factor. The fact that it's first phase picked up means WG is most likely having us as support, but, you know, if the draft gets wonkier and wonkier, maybe we will see him shift in the positioning. TNC not exactly doing anything too strange. You were surprised by the Venge first pick, and I am as well, but Ogre as a follow-up, I don't think anybody is gonna have too many arguments about that.
Well, for TNC, I'm still surprised that, or not super surprised, but a little surprised that they don't take the Darkseer in the first phase.
That's true.
Disruptor.
If there's anything reliable for TNC, it's the Sam H Darkseer.
I think Sam H in general is just super reliable for the team.
Oh yeah, for sure. I'm having memories of the great TNC run at TI off the back of his Void.
Yeah.
His Void was insane at TI.
All right, second phase here, we have a Disruptor being picked up here. So WG revealing essentially, I mean, out of these three heroes, two of them has to be a support here. And I know this is one of Afu's favorite heroes. He picks it for himself a lot. And honestly, it's a great one. I feel like a lot of teams really underestimate what this hero could do, or perhaps underdraft him. But WG is one of those teams I favor him a lot. Against Juggernaut isn't the best, although you can catch him out without spin, and a glimpse on top of a static storm is generally death for just about anybody.
Timber Saw comes out. I'm really hoping that Warriors Gaming just take this into a very, very unpredictable setup.
Such as?
To the point where we just have no idea what it could possibly be.
Okay.
Well, we've seen a safe lane Timber Saw, we've seen an off lane, we've seen a mid. Nothing's going to surprise us with that.
Will Jungle Timbersaw surprise you?
Alright, Jungle Timber Saw will surprise me.
But not in a good way.
Mid
right?
Earthshaker. Mid Earthshaker would also surprise me.
I think seeing...
Also not in...
Yeah, I think OD mid is going to shut that plan down, right? In fact, OD mid will probably shut down the Timbersaw there as well. So this Timbersaw most likely relegated to the off lane, Weaver in the safe lane. The two supports, you know, wherever they need to be. And WG most likely going to close out the draft with a mid pick.
Maybe they figured out a new way to pull with the fissure block.
I mean,
Do you think there's any possibility for that?
they fixed that, right? Like creeps just can't walk.
They just stop moving.
Yeah. Unless it's some like next level bug, you know.
What if you could block the wave but still reach the camp so that you damage the camp and they walk over?
I don't know. I don't know what you're trying to say.
Like you stand in the lane and you can fissure block the creep wave,
Okay.
but also hit a camp with the end of the fissure.
And that aggro's the creep.
And then it aggroes the creeps and then they run over and then you pull the wave like that.
That's interesting. Haven't thought of it like that. Do you know if neutrals also get stuck by the fissure, or do they?
No, they will run after you.
Okay.
I'm pretty certain.
I'm pretty sure the duration of the fissure might be longer than the aggro time, right? It lasts like, I don't know, 7 to 8 seconds or something.
I actually think it's possible to make this pull happen at, that bottom tier 2 pull.
Uh-huh.
I think you could actually stack that camp and pull that way.
Well, here's the thing. You don't need shakers for the bottom tier 2 camp pull. Any hero could do that.
Well, I'm talking about pulling the creeps, actually.
Oh, the whole creep wave.
I'm not sure if that... Yeah, the whole creep wave.
Okay.
Well,
We'll
anyway,
see.
this is just some random guessing. But
Will you be super disappointed if it's just like a regular Romy Earthshaker?
yes, I would be.
Because you don't think this
I
hero
really like Earthshaker. I'm just glad to see him picked up because you never get to see Earthshaker, and Earthshaker is one of those heroes that really could make the exciting plays happen.
Yep. In terms of the fissure blocking in the off lane, like Sankin could burrow strike over the fissure, so I don't think we're gonna see too much value there, but we'll see. Maybe the mid lane, like OD, if he uses Astro to farm offensively, fissure could set up a pretty easy kill. So the final pickup here for WG. Again, we're expecting a mid lane here, but could be anything.
Sniper.
Oh, not the Lone Druid, but the Sniper.
All right, we haven't seen a Sniper OD matchup in quite a while,
Yep.
but this is the tried and true from the last patch even.
I have to say, I think Sniper and Earthshaker have a very strong synergy together, right? Because Shaker's crowd control ability is so strong, and essentially that's all Sniper wants. And also Fissure plus Shrapnel, I think it's going to give people some headache in this game.
Yeah, I think you're right. It's actually just going to be a standard support Earthshaker.
All right.
I'm just curious as to why it was
Oh,
picked up so quickly.
this is actually Afu playing it. Interesting. He's almost always on the Disruptor, but he's also not starting with any extra clarity. In fact, I think he just bought most of the Sentries and Observers, and maybe even the Courier. And that is going to free it up second support Disruptor to start with Boots first. Meanwhile, Tim's is already expecting some sort of pull happening. He has dropped a very deep Sentry to prevent this pull from ever materializing. Maybe he's seen this in Scrim or something?
Maybe. I honestly believe that a first pick Earthshaker in this patch means you've got some kind of trick going on.
Yeah. Some sort of degenerate strategy, right? Afu is going to get a sentry back, both sentry back. So we're going to see some D-ward action. Alright, I hope he gets his D-ward off, because I really want to see what this is all about.
I'm telling you.
Don't miss it, Afu. Okay. They got it.
Got him.
What does this mean? We don't know.
What does it mean? Well, get ready. I'm telling you. This is what a first pick Earthshaker usually leads to. Some kind of tricky play.
Alright, he's gonna start things off by body blocking. Good thing that Tim's did not rotate in on his Ogre Magi to block the camp, body block it. And Afu is... Huh? We're gonna have to wait and see. Nana on the sniper in the mid lane, most likely gonna do okay here against the OD, especially if he starts off with such a good block.
I'm just watching Afu. I need to see this. Is he going to do...
So,
see, so he blocks the wave, and
Okay.
he walks over and pulls the creep wave over, and this block connects, or this pull connects. Oh, look,
wait, they walk! They walk through! I thought they
Okay.
fixed that. Wait, can you do the,
Is
can
it
you do
because of
ancients?
the angling?
Can you do ancients now? Because Cloud9 was a team that used to do this a lot, and then Ice Rock said no.
I don't know how it works. I would have imagined it would stop them too, but maybe it's the angle of the fissure.
Alright, Ben's gonna give up first split up on top lane. This is a game changer. I need to go back and try out all these new spots. I thought it was just, like, fixed.
I told you. It's
All right,
always a
man.
reason.
And I guess TNC have definitely played against this before, right? Because they immediately went to go block the camp.
I don't even know if they would play it, right? But because I would imagine that if you're against Warriors Gaming and you see a first pick Earthshaker, there's got to be ideas coming into your mind, right? Because
Okay.
how often do you see Earthshaker get first pick?
So you're saying they're just smart. They understand it's happening.
Yes.
Alright, this
They just-
courier. Oh, courier being micro. It's fine. Yo, you know what
I
this...
thought Tim's was
Have you seen that Pixar movie? Inside Out?
Oh,
Wait.
Tim's?
It's fine. He's gonna walk the other way. Wait. Body block. Shrapnel's gonna come through, but he's an Ogre Magi.
Oh,
Actually,
he's out of shrapnel.
headshots? Doing some work? Right clicks are coming through. Oh my god, it's actually pretty close.
It actually would have been a first, or not a first blood, but a kill if he had more shrapnel.
He's actually maxing shrapnel. I'm getting hyped for this.
Getting hyped for what? The next pull? The next incoming pull?
Oh, he's out of mana, right? He's clearing right up.
Well, there's just no creep, or no count.
Yep.
I think if he manages to pull the entire wave, then you can easily do both camps, I believe.
Right. Now, a lot of you guys might be saying, you know, can Pudge already do this? The Fissure's going to come out on the other side, Ben. It's going to hook to the right. And will still run away. I don't think they're going to be able to force the kill. Although TNC Tims does have Fire Blast. It is going to hit, but he's gotten
There's
off
more spin.
pretty good distance. And now he's going to go to the other side. Okay, he's going to be fine. Meanwhile, on the other side of the map, X Nova forces a kill with Ajit. Very nicely done.
Alright. Afu misses the pull, unfortunately. Oh, he gets one range creep.
I don't know, man. These pulls are fairly costly. Like, 125 mana a pop is not free.
Alright. Where you at, Ben? It's time to shrine up.
Ooh, Team Shower. Let's go.
Yes, quick! He's not gonna make it in time for this wave.
He could do the next wave. It's fine.
Alright. Let's see, mid lane. Tim's back line. All he has is a stun, though. He doesn't even have ignite. So his harass is not going to be too great here.
Yeah, he mostly got the ignite, or sorry, the stun to force the first split up top. The ignite obviously not very helpful against Timbersaw, whereas the stun could get him while he was chaining.
Just what I want. Yes.
Oh, Afu's not gonna make this one either. I think he needs to make these pulls happen because, like I mentioned, Earthshaker are very, very level and gold dependent.
Yep.
He needs to be able to get these pulls because X Nova's the one who's taking the bottom farm.
I mean, he's technically making sure that people don't die here. Wait, what happened to the creep wave? Why did he fissure so early?
I'm not sure.
Just
Well,
fissure
Riar
the
is up
ground.
here now too.
Alright, he spins away and... I mean, the one thing that he's definitely doing is making sure that Ben is not dying, so that's always good.
Top tower's hurting. Dyer's mid tower could use a
This,
Ben is actually going on the aggressive.
I mean, he's underneath his tower. He's not afraid of anything.
Alright, I'm gonna watch him again. Here we go. Fissure at 508, 509. Okay. This one should be good. Yeah,
Got
there
it.
you go.
So
Learning
08.
learning while you're doing. Yeah, 508 or 509. It's the fissure time.
All right, and he's gonna. Let's see how much of this wave he gets.
He should get both camps, I think.
Well, he has to go pull now if he wants both.
Think it might be a little bit off.
No, he's got it.
Alright, just kidding. Sorry I ever doubted you.
Nice. This is actually super legit, but you absolutely cannot fail it. Like the first time around. I think it would be incredibly effective if you manage to clear the wave at what, before 3 minutes and then before 5 minutes. It'll give you like a decent amount.
Yeah. And this is essentially playing the Pudge, right? But obviously Pudge is predicated on the fact that you hit early game hooks to make that hero effective. Whereas, like you said earlier, Afu, all he wants is, you know, a couple points of experience, some gold, and you'll be fine. And he's also simultaneously protecting top and mid. And speaking of mid, Nana needs a little bit of protection right now. Tims is going to rotate in. There's going to be a Terror Fissure coming through. That's going to be a two-man stun.
Triple
But
stun.
they surround him from all sides. Here comes the teleport. Rior is going to be trapped in there thanks to the Fissure. They glimpse one back in as well. They get one. They will get two thanks to the Fissure. And now Afu, out of mana to do anything else. They did get the Sniper, but I think that's not too bad for WG here.
Yeah, definitely. At least it's on both of the supports that really desperately need the levels and farm.
Yeah. I think they're going to try to set up another kill on Cuckoo. Kinetic Field, Fissure. I mean, that's the Wombo combo, right? There's the Astro for himself if he wants it, and the right clicks are coming through. Assassinate, is it going to get dodged? No. Right clicks is going to get him good, and we've seen the power of Earthshaker, especially during Nightfall. You could Fissure well beyond night vision and get him from fog.
This is a very impressive combo, like you said. I would have never imagined the Fissure Kinetic Field to be so effective, actually.
Yeah. I mean, something you said earlier was like Fissure and then what, right?
Yeah,
Apparently the
that's definitely it.
Kinetic Field is the and then what?
And like you said, the Sniper Shrapnel is going to be very effective with the
Yeah.
Fissure.
Oh, Benz is not having a good time up top. X-Nova gonna get found here. Sam H, Burrow Strike coming in as well with the Caustic Finale being applied. Yeah, he's definitely dead. And of course, the Sam H offlane school of thought here. Getting the bottle, always, and checking the runes. Oh, Fissure not gonna connect on Rior.
Well, so far, not a bad start from Warriors Gaming. I'd still think Wafu needs to focus a little more on his farm. Invis on Sam H, but there is Sentry mid. That raindrop.
Wait, Assassinate? That's a kill, right?
Yeah, he's dead.
Oh, Astro? Ooh, that was
Okay.
that was a little close.
Not dead.
Not
Very
dead.
alive.
I think the
Why
reason
would I
that
ever underestimate a Cuckoo?
I think the reason he never went for the Assassinate to begin with is just because of that.
Yeah.
Like he knew he had to get it from Bright
I thought he would have tried it a little earlier because Cuckoo was a little
further away.
further away.
No, he'll burrow strike towards the OD, and OD will meet him halfway with the Astro.
Top. Is this fissure gonna work? I think it might.
Fissure's gonna
Stun.
come through. Ooh. And then now on the right side, Afu's gonna be dead here. You can see that Vengeful Spirit saving the magic missile. He wants Ben for the next kill, but might just miss out the kill on Afu as a result. Wait. Okay, Burrow Strike's gonna get the kill. And now on the back line, it's gonna chain to the left side. We are holding down on that magic missile. Chains up to the high ground, and Ben will be fine. This is super action-packed early on.
Yeah, both sides. Actually, it's really mostly a TNC making a lot of the moves, but Warriors Gaming always in the right spot to counter gang.
Oh god, the courier not being micro. Nana gonna fire back with an assassinate.
The Dire best do something about that bottom tower.
Well, it seems like the early action is benefiting WG. Both their cores are farming extremely well. The Weaver in particular, winning his lane superbly, and is now up about 800 to 900 gold over the Juggernaut.
More important to note is the support. Well, not both of them, but oh, top
Epis.
Sam 8,
Yeah,
center.
that's it.
Very good.
Sniper has ported in, but not much you could do here. You know, I wonder if this is one of the few games that the Sniper will take the Shrapnel DPS at level 15 instead of the 200 health.
I'm gonna go ahead and say no.
Okay.
While it does sound appealing, I think his survivability is most necessary over everything else. But Warriors Gaming always gotta have that one-time team house disconnect per series.
It's okay. At least not like who was that team that we waited for like 15 to 20 minutes? And then apparently Mineski's pauses were used.
It was whoever they played yesterday, right?
Yeah, I guess I could look it up. I'm too lazy though.
Alright, I'll help you look it up. Is it RRQ? They played RRQ yesterday. Was it RRQ?
I think it
it
was
is.
RQ, yeah.
Well, Earthshaker has Arcane Boots, but still only just level 5. I think you should give him the Tome. I think Earthshaker becomes like a completely different hero when he has Blink Dagger and level 4 Aftershock. You can chain stun people for quite a while.
Would you even consider like skipping Fissure to level up Aftershock, or is that just too crazy?
Oh yeah, I actually do that sometimes. It just depends on the situation you're in.
Okay.
Like if you're playing a hard support Earthshaker, I think having the max fissure is by far the most effective.
Mm-hmm.
But if you're doing decently in lane, or if you're playing a core Earthshaker, I much rather have more levels of Aftershock before everything else.
I guess one way to do it is you look at your farm and you can see as you're approaching to that Blink Dagger gold, instead of taking the Fissure, you might just take up Aftershock. Although,
Yeah,
I think
pretty much.
given the current scenario, he's probably not going to have that luxury. He's probably going to just go for the standard build.
Yeah. That is definitely how, at least that's how I would look at it.
I wonder if Ben is going to go for the Hood build here. He's having a lot of trouble just surviving these ganks.
I think it's actually pretty decent here. There's not. It's just pretty much the Juggernaut who outputs most of the physical damage, and that's mostly with Omni Slash too. So I think most of it's just going to be magic damage from the rest of the team.
Yep.
Trouble brewing at Radiant's bottom tower.
But that's one of the main reasons why OD was a pretty good pick here. It just deals with the Timber Saw very well.
Mm-hmm.
Nana is going to go straight for the Maelstrom, it seems. Normally when I see this build from snipers, they always go for Dragonlance first, just so they can pad their stats a bit. You get a little more tanky. But this is going to be a paper build for the most part.
Yeah, I guess he's showing a lot of confidence in his Earthshaker as well as the Disruptor. I mean, Dragonlance is also very common because you could easily upgrade it into a Hurricane Pike. And, you know, coming into this game, I would say Hurricane Pike would be very important, right? Against Burrow Strike, against Swap, Magic Missile, that sort of things.
Oh, wait, TNC, mass TPs to the tier 2. They want to defend this tier 1.
Yeah, they're smoked up here. Sam H does not have to blink, although he's extremely close. Ben is probably going to die here. Afu on the right side, but I think they might going to go for him. Swap's going to go on Ben. And now Tim's going right on Afu as this is happening. They are going to go right here on Ben. Ben going to eat the Burrow Strike. He will go down. And Tim's trying his best to keep the Shaker alongside with him as well, but Afu's going to just walk it off. Oh, somebody's going to TP in and get glimpsed back. No! Great quick spin by Raven, expecting fully the storm on top of him. But he is going to lose the tower regardless, though.
That was very good patient play from Raven. I think I was like wondering if he was going to Omni Slash the Timber Saw because it felt like it was necessary, but estimating very precisely where the Sand King was, and saving onto that, holding onto that Omni Slash might be important for taking this bottom tier 1 tower if they actually go for it.
Yeah, Archer is actually going to just abandon the lane altogether and now pressures top. Shaker ports back mid. I wonder if the team is going to be grouping up with the smoke. Seems like it. They might even take the sniper alongside.
Looks like Sniper has finished the Maelstrom, so his damage output is not bad at the moment.
Yeah. I mean, the benefit of this build is that it just farms way faster than Dragonlance if you're not dying.
Definitely.
So it is a risky build, but looks like it's going to pay off here as WG is the one that's doing a very excellent job of protecting the sniper. WG rotating up top. They see OD farming the trees. He's only got drums, so none of that defensive force staff. And the supports are rotating. He's trying to TP out. They're trying to get vision. Glimpse is going to cancel that TP, and now Cuckoo in a lot of trouble. Fissure is going to hit from Fog. Storm on top just to make sure that there's no Astro shenanigans. And WG secures the kill.
Yeah, I think they actually needed that Static Storm because if they didn't silence him, OD has that Veil. I think it is totally reasonable that X Nova would have died to an ultimate.
Blink Burrow Strike happening on the mid lane with the epicenter backed up here. And Nana gonna eat a magic missile on top of that. He might be tanky. He does have the Fairy Fire. He's swapping on it, but it was still backpacked. I think even with the non-backpack Fairy Fire, he was still dead.
Yeah, TNC get the maximum value out of that that raindrop too.
Oh, they
Making
burned
the last one.
They burned both charges. Okay.
Ooh. Interesting to note, Afu is actually well on his way to a Blink Dagger.
Ben gonna get caught here again. And this is the make Ben cry kind of game. He is gonna be going for the hood. And it looks like he's got it. So, despite dying there, he does finish this item.
Oh, bottom, Ajit comes in. Oh, he has that Desolator. Look how much damage he does.
Yep. That's going to give Afu a little bit of nice extra gold as well. He's really close. Glimpse back on Sam H. He's going to pour it out.
I was meant to have this.
Little surprised that he glimpsed so early. I didn't see exactly how he entered that though. I think he didn't expect them to get glimpsed all the way back to the bounty room.
I think he was glimpsing for the Shaker and the Weaver to catch up, but they were a little bit further away, so.
Radiant's mid tower's getting banged up.
Poor Tim's. This ogre build. It's great for your teammates, but never a lot of fun to play. You're just a bloodlust machine.
Yeah, I remember it was what I did in pub when I played this year was I maxed Bloodlust.
They're setting up for Ben. But Ben? Playing it smart. You know something is up.
OD is rotating over, but not going to get him. So what you would do on that ogre is you would bloodlust one of your carry, and then walk across the map to bloodlust the other carry, and then walk back. And that's your whole game. You're gonna just repeat, rinse.
Easy MMR though.
Is it though? Is it easy
Yeah,
MR though?
It's very reliant on your teammates.
Yeah. And very boring. You feel like the king for the first 5 minutes. And then you feel like a pleb for the next 45. You're like, oh my god.
I mean, you're an ogre, so you definitely feel like a king in the first couple minutes. You're like the most powerful hero in the game. Now that I think about it, what level 1 hero can actually beat an ogre?
Spearbreaker with 17% stuns.
I don't even think he beats him.
I don't know.
Unless you get incredibly lucky.
If you're stunning 170% of the time, you probably beat him. I think this very kind of slow farming game really favors WG, right? Weaver's farming extremely well. Sniper is catching up, but Sniper with this Maelstrom build should be fine. And then you have these great, amazing supports in the late game for providing team fight. And of course, even with dying a couple times, I say the Timber Cell is not so bad off either.
I actually think that TNC has the better late game.
Okay.
I think if you just go into a passive farming war, I think this TNC lineup will do a little better. Just because the OD is going to be such a nuisance to the WG lineup.
Sure. I guess it depends what item he has, especially if he has like Blink Hex or something, then things could get awkward.
I think for this kind of game, as long as he doesn't die to the Weaver and he has a Blink and BKB, it should be more than enough to like dish out the damage necessary to team wipe WG. Just because he has that level 4 Bloodlust.
That's definitely true.
There goes Radiant's bottom tower.
Well, tier 2 is being sieged up top. Looks like the TNC squad is not too interested to defend it. And wow, WG's gonna start Roshan. Headshot plus Swarm, definitely very effective against the big man.
Yeah, they also have that Desolator. They need to tank that Roshan for him. Oh, too late. Swarm got him. Oh, TNC are here.
Okay, great
Be
fissure.
careful.
Blocking them back out here. Do they want to finish it? Down to about half HP here. The bash is going on to Ben.
I'm not going to be able to finish it. I feel like WG might want to wait for a Blink Dagger first before they try anything.
You mean on the Shaker?
Sorry, on the Earthshaker.
Yeah.
Radiant's bottom tower ain't a pretty
Ajit goes right back into it. Swarm's gonna get cast. Couple illusions walking in. Shame that Sniper can't actually attack from outside the pit, or he could do it in a very safe distance, but... Another fissure, blocking off the entrance. Sam H, though, has a haste rune and a Blink Dagger coming in from the back line. The huge wraparound.
Yeah, I think at this point you would definitely wait for the Earthshaker Blink, but they're going to smoke up. Who exactly are they looking for, though? I'm assuming they
Watch
must
it,
know
going for the
Ajit.
tower deny, but Sam H is at the ready.
He actually got it, too.
Yeah. Instead, we're going to see a couple of TPs up top. Blink Astro. Cuckoo's going to initiate, showing off that Blink Dagger. X Nova, that block, not so good, but the force staff to the other direction, and all of a sudden, WG in a very nice defensive spot. Epicenter, 4-man, 3-man Burrow Strike, and TNC is going to get melted here. WG gets obliterated by Sam H. X Nova trying to come off on the run, but they want a bigger target. It's going to be Omni Slash going on Ajit. Ajit gets blown up as well. Oh. Sam
Very nice
H.
swap into stun as well, just to make absolutely sure that they get that Weaver kill.
Yep.
That was a really interesting team fight. It looked like it was one bait into another bait into another bait.
Yeah, they basically threw everything for the OD, right? But then, you know, the rest of the team came back in.
Oh, I think most of the credit goes to Sam H.
Yep.
Getting that huge epicenter Burrow Strike. And thanks to that, they get the Roshan as well. I think the game was pretty much like 50-50 at that stage, and up until that exchange at least. And
Yep.
now I think TNC with the slight advantage.
Yeah, Shaker's Blink got further delayed as well. Looks like he's going to finish it up right about now. He's also approaching level 10 here. I think you just take the Strength talent, because your mana pool is pretty okay at this point.
No. You get Aftershock. You take aftershock at level 10, unless you mean like you
Oh.
take a talent immediately.
I see. And you're right, he does take Aftershock as 10.
Aftershock's just too important. I think it has to be prioritized before your talent, unless you already maxed Aftershock before level 10.
You know the number, the way that Aftershock scales, it seems like very little, right? Just like 0.3 second of stun and 25 extra damage. But it does add up, especially when you're hitting everything in an AoE.
Yeah, I think a better way to look at it is it's 0.3, right? But you have 3 spells.
Yep.
So, I mean, you can technically look at it as 0.9 if you
Right.
chain everything.
Dyer's mid tower's having technical difficulties.
Well, Sniper definitely took the plus 20 DPS on Shrapnel. Actually farming extremely effective
Oh.
with it.
95 DPS shrapnel.
Lasting for how
Actually
long?
pretty OP.
For 10 seconds. 950
Bottom lane.
damage nuke. Seems good.
I think Warriors Gaming want to take this team fight. They know that TNC are going to go for this push.
Rafu is trying to be sneaky, but Juggernaut's getting a lot close, and he's gonna get scouted here. Oh god, run.
I was going to say that spot is not very safe. A lot of teams definitely know about it. Whenever you have a hero like Sand King, for example, everyone always hides there.
Radiant lost one of them.
Oh, tier 2 is gonna get claimed, and yeah, off the back of that one team fight, TNC is taking multiple objectives.
I'll take your tribute.
And what is about like an 8,000 gold swing since that big team fight. Jid is still farming pretty well, but this Juggernaut has really flew ahead.
All right, let's take a look at net worth. Yeah, pretty much that Roshan fight just swung everything back into TNC side. W Gaming or WG actually had a 4,000 gold lead until then.
Yep.
Radiant's top tower's in bad shape.
Spore bench, 2,000 net worth,
Bottom tower's
buying everything.
Radiant's top
I mean, this is not a bad inventory for 2000 network, right?
the Radiant
Having
Yeah,
the
that's
drums
true.
or having the urn is super nice for the team.
and the Dyer's bottom tower.
Still hasn't taken his level 10
Radiant's
talent.
top tower's
And I definitely agree with it. I think I honestly wouldn't even take all the talents until level 14,
Okay.
simply because you want the level 15 one.
Blink Echo Slam here just for wow. Sand King just got wrecked.
Dyer best do something about that bottom tower.
Okay.
Worth, super worth.
Yeah.
Because I don't think Warriors Gaming has any intentions of taking a head-on team fight, especially knowing that Raven still has Aegis.
Ooh. I really like this purchase. Afu buys up a gem straight up with that gold that he just got. So despite the other team having Aegis, they just want to wrestle map control back. I mean, they're correct. They're recognizing the fact that they're not really gonna just straight up farm their way back in the game. They need to make sure that the Dire team is not farming as efficiently by not having vision on the map and also randomly getting picked, just like what we saw in the bottom lane.
Yeah. TNC are definitely ahead, but they're not ahead to the point where Warriors Gaming can't do anything about it.
Right.
And they have some great pickoff heroes. So by applying this pressure, like you said, definitely worthwhile for them. Oh, Cuckoo? Alright, he just gets glimpsed. Alright, Raven. Going for that Manta Diffusal build. Oh, that was his Aegis. I think Warriors Gaming should definitely go for a smoke now. I'm pretty sure they have timers on the Aegis, and if they know that the Aegis is gone, I think they are still in a position where they could win a team fight.
I wonder what Sniper is going for next. Feels like he...
I think he just finished the corner at this point.
Okay. I just think he just keeps buying damage, right? Because Hurricane Pike is enough for defense. Maybe later on he might want to consider getting a IF Scotty, which is quite good against the Juggernaut, but for now...
Well, he got Shadow Blade.
Okay.
It's both damage and helps him with positioning.
Alright, TNC, 5-man smoked up after popping a Shrine. Roshan's no longer up. They might run right into WG. In fact, Sniper might be the first one that gets ran at. Ooh, oh, this is so bad for Nana. Do they see him?
Bro, the rest of his team is running way far ahead.
Oh, they're gonna swap one back, and that's gonna be the, well, the quickest kill ever. Not even time to Sudoku.
I think this kill is extra value for them, simply because WG were smoked at the same time.
Yep. Although Afu thinking about jumping with that epicenter. Sorry, when I said epicenter, I meant Echo Slam.
Oh yeah, the Echo. Well, Timbersaw is back already, so TNC, they back away.
I mean, both teams try to smoke, but they got a Timbersaw kill, so pretty good stuff here for TNC.
Yeah, they definitely pulled ahead of... Actually, it was a much better trade for TNC because essentially you're dodging a smoke gank, and then you also got a kill in return. It was on one of the cores, and you got some damage on the tier 2 and forced everyone back, so you get some map control as well. So it's a pretty big swing with that one smoke.
Yep. But right now, though, TNC having absolutely no vision on the map, thanks to that gem, so... Not exactly sure how they're going to play it for the next couple of minutes of the game. Roshan is also back up fairly soon, so if WG wins the decisive victory in the nearby 5 minutes or so, let's say, then they could reclaim the control of the game, I think, if they get the Roche.
It's going to be a tough objective to take, though. They end up smoking again. Nafu does have a gem as well. He has to be very careful not to lose this. I think if WG take a team fight and they lose it along with the gem, they are going to be stuck in their base kind of playstyle. Or they're going to be stuck with that kind of playstyle.
Oh, we're going to see a TP to base? Oh no, Cuckoo just uses TP for no reason.
Oh, they're baiting out Tim's. Tim's is very tanky though. He has Guardian Greaves.
And I think they recognize that. WG does not want to go in. Ajit's going to swarm south. Bugs. Trying to get some vision. Ben's in the front line. They ping out Raven, but I'm not sure if they actually even kill Raven. One stun, Storm on top, but defensive swap's going to come through. They are going to get a quick kill on Rior. 1 for 0 trade so far.
I think TNC can just go back in now, even without their revenge.
Are you sure? They are going back in right now. He blinks forward. Raven wants the Omni Slash, but it's going to go right onto the team. Ajit tanking all of it. And now finally this bounces to Afu. Ajit's going to be fine for now. He still has some BKB going on. He's Sakuchiing through. He's going to be okay. Meanwhile, it looks like the Juggernaut got Astral backed up, so he's okay. Epicenter going to the south side. It's going to be on Nana. Nana very, very tanky, but he gets now glimpsed back into the fight. No, he's dead. Juggernaut still on the chase. Thanks to an Astral by Cuckoo, Juggernaut got rid of all the focus fire on top of him and was able to come back out with Healing Ward and everything else at the ready.
That was actually very lucky for Warriors Gaming. They should have lost more, but Raven was actually a little unlucky with his bounces because he was actually about to kill Ajit.
Yep.
And luckily for him, it bounced over to, I think it was Timbersaw. So instead of losing 3, they only ended up losing 2 for that exchange.
I guess they really are dependent on that static storm to take fights. And as soon as they
the thing is, Juggernaut right now is just too big of a threat for them. And I think the only real way they're going to be able to win the team fight is if they kill off Juggernaut before he Omni Slashes. So they committed everything to try to kill him, but a very nice swap coming out of Rior just like turns that plan around, and that's why, like I said, they would be more than willing to take a team fight even without Rior.
Cuckoo starts things off with a Blink Astral, Blink Burrow Strike, the right click here from Raven. My god, that damage is so big. Ajit being forced away, and you know, with the Aegis, Tim's should be okay. Yeah, they're gonna just keep on pushing. Well, let's see how good that Shrapnel is. It's weakening the creep wave. The lightning proc still going around, force that forward for the swap, but Rior gonna get caught off. Storm's gonna be pretty good as well. They will definitely get the venge for sure. And I think that's all they're gonna get, but good defense so far. Cuckoo's gonna get assassinated. And the rest of WG now stays back in their base again.
Well, much like the Tinker high ground defense, Sniper high ground defense is also no joke.
Yeah, even
While
with a
TNC
swap.
are ahead, it's not easy to break this high ground.
Blink Echo Slam here, Chain Stun on Raven. Raven should be able to spin. In fact, he will just spin out of it. The Astro, I think actually misclick. Now Ben getting focused on the back line here. Cuckoo looking to 4-hit him. Now switching target to
He
Afu.
gets the Omni! Okay, he's
Afu
alive.
is gonna get killed by the OD, and now the Juggernaut, or sorry, the Sniper getting focused is trying to go up, but he's gonna go down to the OD. That's 2 to 3 more kills here. I don't know where the Juggernaut went, but looks like he is fine as he just scutters away.
Yeah, he's fine. That was really well played by Raven. Just doing everything in his power to dodge the last hits. that
And
killed him.
not gonna be having the good luck this time here. Cuckoo just assassinates him with the Sanity's Eclipse. And all of a sudden, TNC's hitting the high ground. Pops a drum, blinks forward, going for X-Nova. X-Nova's gonna get 4-hitted. Oh my god, he trades his Aegis for it.
Give him one more for the rampage.
All the buybacks though, he might actually just die and feed the Aegis like this. Cuckoo will force staff away.
He still has.
He got glimpse back. Astro, Storm is gonna be on top. They
He's
ping.
not gonna get out of this.
Yeah, they ping the area on top, but well, he does actually get one before he dies.
No. That was his ogre going down.
Oh, okay. I mean, these team fights are getting a little bit too hard to call. Lots of stuff is happening.
Well, like you said, they were doing some structural damage, but you have to remember, it's just an OD hitting buildings. He's not exactly the greatest at hitting buildings. Even after killing off so many heroes, Tower's only down half life. I think without Raven, they just don't have the damage to break high ground.
I still think it was absolutely fine. They forced out triple buybacks. Sniper, Timber, as well as Disruptor. So, I say that is pretty good in my books.
You have to remember, though, it was for an OD Aegis and the OD.
I think you're willing to trade 3 buybacks, yeah? For an OD?
Oh no, that's what I'm saying. It's.
I'm
Oh, I
saying
see what you mean.
TNC
No, I see
or
what you mean.
TNC is willing to make that trade. I think.
A lot of it just comes down to Raven being there.
Yeah.
So they use the Omni Slash in that team fight just so that he would live, and it was definitely worth it. But without the Juggernaut, I don't really think they should be attempting high ground like that again.
Nana is starting to get quite a bit of damage. We'll pick up the ultimate orb. Oh no. Now going back for an Hyperstone to finish the Mjolnir.
Yeah, he had the Silver Edge queued up, and he's just gonna go for the Mjolnir first, which I think is the right choice. They do need more damage, and I think they're gonna be playing on their high ground for quite some time. I would have to imagine, given the position they're in.
They keep playing on their high ground until they get the next Aegis, which may or may never happen.
Well, we'll have to see. Ajit is not exactly weak right now. He has a Daedalus. He hits incredibly hard.
Sam H gonna get the everything on top of him. Sam H gonna be dead. Alright. Once
That
again.
was so worth it because Sam H is the one who was carrying the gem, and now WG have both of the gems.
Okay, that's huge.
Yeah, that's where comebacks are made of. Enemy gems.
Nana's gonna get a lot more time to finish this item. You can see that he's not even saving for buyback because obviously he doesn't have it anymore, so why bother? And the rest of TNC is somewhat lost in terms of what they could be doing. Can't really push high ground without the Sam H. Not much room to farm.
Oh, top lane?
Tim's does
Oh,
have
they're
a...
going on Nana.
Oh, they dust him out. They stun him up, and they need a little bit
He's gonna
more
get
force
sheep.
staff. Yeah, he's straight up dead. That's honestly super greedy. WG. Oh, okay, they got him. I was gonna say, where's the Astro?
Yeah, I agree with you. I'm a little surprised that they were so confident in their ability to survive doing this kind of lane pressuring.
I mean, granted, if you press F2 and look at the Radiant vision, you understand why. They don't have any vision on the map, so maybe it's just a momentary lapse in judgment and did not see the 3-4 hero coming in.
I mean, the thing is, like, even without vision, you should realize that if you're hitting the tower, there is always that potential to get caught out.
Oh no, I agree.
And a lot of the times, you know, when you do make these kind of plays, I think they're relatively safe, but you usually see it with heroes like, for example, Sand King, when they have Blink and Force Staff. It's a lot safer to make these kind of plays. But Sniper only has Shadow Blade and Hurricane Pike, not exactly the safest. It's like you have a Wisp sitting behind you.
Sam H really behind enemy lines here. Tier 3s are going down fast. Tim's moving forward. And Sam H prepping up a very, very good epicenter. Although, Afu also...
That was Afu.
Yeah, also doing the same thing here. Look at that attack speed. Are they going to start on Raven? I'm not sure whether that's actually possible. They need to kill the Healing Ward. Blink Burrow Strike here. And where's the Echo Slam? Nice Hex going on top. The BKB's going to prevent the Static Storm from doing too much. Afu still being extremely patient with this initiation, but... too little, too late, in my opinion. They've lost racks, and look at Raven's attack speed. My God, the Shaker is still stuck in those trees. What's happening?
They have to wait out the Healing Ward because no one can safely reach the Healing Ward.
Not even a sniper, I guess.
And by the time the Healing Ward ran out, they already lost racks.
Man, trying to wait out Healing Ward's got to be one of the worst game plans because that thing lasts forever.
Got a better than no game plan. And Healing Ward is already back up.
Oh, time to sit in the fountain, I guess.
I mean, Afu has a smoke, but he doesn't feel too confident in using it right now.
Ooh, here
Wait,
comes...
they know about this.
Oh, the TNC.
Wait, they have no idea. Never mind.
Guess what's happening?
Vench looking for the swap, though. Do they have high ground vision? Drops the ward, now swaps him back in. Nice vision, though, and he got the Hex off. Rio just feeds. Blink Omni Slash on the backline. Afu now goes to the low ground. Thanks for the feed, says Mr. OD. Raven up on the high ground, spinning away. Nice two-man Burrow Strike. Now he's going to focus on Nana. Oh my God, the hammer has been dropped. Nana is going to get killed. Ben is also on the way out here, and Cuckoo is just so big, so fat. X-Nova is also going to get bursted down. And Ben, the last one surviving, will hide in the trees as his throne falls down. We were a little bit hyped for the Shaker, but ultimately it was the OD, as well as the Sand King, the tried and true heroes, able to secure the victory.
Yeah, and that last team fight, I honestly thought like Warriors Gaming had another decent fight left in them. The Shrine negating most of the Omni Slash, but Cuckoo just blinks in and drops the hammer. Everyone's just dead,
Yeah.
even though they were pretty much topped off.
I mean, I think Cuckoo's int at that point was like already super high.
Yeah, and if you look at his item build, he just got int stacked.
I mean, the crazy thing is that he wasn't 25. If he was 25 and he had the end game from like the previous fights, my goodness, probably would just one-shot the whole team there. But
Didn't even need it. He still one-shotted them all.
all right, TNC takes the first game here at the best of 3 series. I don't think that's too surprising for a lot of fans out there, but I think WG still has a lot of fight left in them. Hopefully, they continue to give us something new here. Or I don't mind seeing a Shaker again. I honestly think that Afu played it really well. It was just that one Roshan fight where the game just kind of fell apart for them. Alright guys, we're going to go into a short break. Game 2 is coming up next. We'll see you in a bit.